All right, hello, wine-drinking people. Today is the 5th of June, and making our way through another great month here at the Wine Watch. We have got some incredible events coming up. 2 in 1 night. How do we do it? Well, you know, we just happen to have this sake tasting in the back of our mind for the last several years. Sake is something that I personally like to drink a lot of, so we put this tasting on the schedule, and then Cyril Chappellet called up and said, I'm in town, we're going to do a dinner at Market 17, and, you know, Cyril I've known for many years, and I said, well, we'll do it even though it's on the same night as our sake tasting. We can drink 2 things at once here at the Wine Watch. Well, one of them's here, one of them's at a restaurant, so 2 different events, 2 different well, you get California wine and sake. Anyways, I think we should have a good turnout at each of them. And Cyril, like I said, I've known for years, and I remember the first release of the Pritchard Hill wine. This is not it. This is their signature series, the Pritchard Hill. It's in a black slick bottle, and that was the 1997 vintage, just after I took over the Wine Watch. This is a winery that has been around since the 60s. Molly and Don Chappellet established this vineyard, and I think when they bought the property, it cost like $4,000 an acre. Gosh, you know the people up on Pritchard Hill today? You've got Bryant family, you've got Colgan. Tim Mondavi just bought property up there, bought the old Cloudview estate for his Continuum wine. These wines, some of the most expensive, some of the most sought after in all of Napa Valley. And, you know, Chappellet was, as soon as they burst onto the scene, I think the 69 vintage was had the title of being the wine that was paid, they had the highest price ever paid for at auction for many years, a large format bottle of this. And, well, you know, you had the great Phil Todney was their first winemaker. They had a slew of great winemakers, actually, to start out. Phil went on to work for Gallo and then Chalone and then start a winery with his own name on it. Joe Cafaro, good friend Joe Cafaro, that's worked for many top wineries, then went on to work there and went on to Robert Keenan after that in Acacia. And then the great Tony Soder was here. Tony, a good friend. We've done many events with Tony. He started a Tude Winery and then up to Oregon to start his own winery. And then Kathy Corison, who was at one time married to Tony Soder, succeeded him there. And and then you have Phil Titus, who, well, he's been there ever since 1990. Maybe this is why the wines of Chappellet, very consistent after Philip Titus arrived. You know, when you have all these superstar winemakers, there were 1 or 2 years and then move on. You know, each one of these guys has got their own idea of what the wine should taste like, and I think Pritchard Hill is a very unique place. And you really need to spend a little time there to figure out the terroir, which obviously Philip Titus has done, and making some stellar wine, some of the best wine made in Napa Valley, year in and year out. This signature cuvee, you know, if someone had to buy the property, develop it, and sell this wine today, you would have to charge upwards of $150, $200 a bottle. The farming cost, the raw land cost itself, building a winery, all these things, just so expensive today. And, you know, the Chappellets have owned this land for quite some time, really. Don Chappellet, a visionary, and his son Cyril is going to be with us this evening. He is, well, he got a degree in Cal Poly at farming, and then he went on to Fresno State and got a degree in business, and then came back to the winery after 10 years and decided he wanted to carry on the family tradition. He's been an integral part of the sales and marketing of this winery ever since he's been back. And a great guy. We're going to be having dinner with him at Market 17. Check it out, the menu, everything we're going to be serving, including some wines that are available pretty much only at the winery. The Chenin Blanc, which one of the only Chenin Blancs, I think the only Chenin Blanc made in Napa Valley today, because Pine Ridge, the other one, is no longer Napa Valley Appellation wine. And then the Malbec, which is a wine I'm excited I have not even tried yet. But for those of you at the dinner, we're going to have them available on this evening. Check it out, everything we're drinking with Cyril Chappellet at Market 17. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.